she just kind of is okay at all stages of the game. She's not like an early game.
Talking about the bans now, as you have the bans already done. They're finished. There we go. That's going to be Tribe Gaming. They decide to ban away the Misfortune and Deluxe. Deluxe is a specific ban for Mr. Hegman himself, as he was a top
advantage for the side of Tribe.
I think that Tribe are just going to have another advantage here. The thing is, for Game Lord especially, I'm looking at this. There's one thing that I really do like about their composition. They need good power spikes in the early game. Braum has a really good power spike. Level 1, he comes out and spawns. He's already got a really good power spike with his passive. Can hit the stun and the burst. If they want to go for an early invade, I think this is a composition that could assist that in some way, especially with the Kai'Sa on the backline. And Gragas too, upon hitting level 3, especially level 5 with that explosive cask. That is the power spike the Shyvana is going to have a hard time dealing with. And I think that here, for first Drake, their composition, I think, is going to be really strong to try and contest it away. But Tribe, they're proving that this... I'm really hyped to see, actually, how this vane is going to be getting played away by the side of Tribe, as they're going to be blue side now, red side for the side of Game Lord. The items are going to get purchased early on. As I said, I would love to see potentially Game Lord look for an early invade, because they do have this Braum, which is easily the top support early game. But if they don't sense it, if they don't feel that invade fully, they must not commit to it. But at least looking for an opportunity, there's nothing wrong about doing that.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Vayne not being a very popular pick. It looks like they are actually going for a deep invade here on to this red buff, but they're not going to find anyone. I'm not sure if they got spotted or not. I don't think they did by the members of Tribe that were sitting in this bottom bush, but this is just going to be a red buff straight up stolen away. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, they are going to get spotted as they now rotate into the lane. So this should be information given to Emperor Duck, say, hey, your red buff is almost certainly gone. So maybe we see the map get split, but we'll have to see where the Shyvana does decide to path, as it is going to be Gragas sticking around and taking away these Krugs. But now he's going to get collapsed upon a little bit, but he's able to get away for now.
I got the XP and gold, so he's going to be still feeling good after that one. I think the information was especially fed by Snitch in the mid lane. He saw how the Zed was roaming, and they just gave the information. So they're going to counter-invade now. Emperor Duck on the enemy red buff. And he's going to be trying to catch up to the enemy Gragas. Razor going to get poked away pretty heavily. The only time he can really deal with Snitch is going to be upon hitting level 5 to get that burst. He can literally just one-tap any mid laner he goes up against. But the main issue, and he talked about Zed maybe struggling against also mobility coming out inherently from a champion such as this Corki. The other thing, Stasis is such a good item in this current meta. Against the Zed, just all of them are going to purchase it, at least all the squishy targets. And also, on top of that, you got a Fiora that can just cleanse it away with a repost. So Zed, in terms of team fighting capabilities, can get hindered so quickly if you see those stasis come out.
Yeah, that's one of the big differences between, Wildrift and the League of Legends PC client, is that everyone can just grab a Zhonya's Hourglass effectively because it is just a boots enchantment instead of having to commit to an item. So, normally if you're a AD champion, you're going to be kind of avoiding a Zhonya's Hourglass because it is an AP item at its core. But in Wild Rift, it's just a boot enchantment. It doesn't matter. You can just pick it up well, not for free, but for relatively cheap, and it doesn't have to affect your build really at all. Leon, again, going in onto Ica. Here comes the Shyvana as well. Nice flash is going to get Ica out of dodge.
Yeah, he's got the Barrio. Barrio just becoming such a dominant item. I love the fact that Barrio literally remained untouched completely, and they're just like, you know what, Barrio's going to be the item now. I mean, in a 1v1 scenario, I fully get it. It's such a good item to have. It just can save your life so often. And now, because of that current shift and the support position, you tend to have heal coming out.
Oh, I'm sorry, just laughing. I don't know if you caught it, but right as he was recalling, Malphite got the rock shard thrown onto Emperor Duck, but it was as he recalled. So then the shard just goes
straight back to base,
all the way down, and it didn't. But because it's such a slow moving projectile, that it didn't actually hit Duck until he was almost at his raptor camp.
Like, where the hell did that come from? I get invaded? No, man. Though in the mid lane, we talked about the ultimate coming on through, and that's exactly the power spike you're looking for, Zed. When you get level 5, you just go straight for the push. Even you actually waited for, like, being almost 3/4 done with his level 6, so that's still some really good stuff on Razor, even though you are not expecting that early game power spike to really feed into the late game. So the earlier he gets those itemizations, the earlier he can start split pushing, which Zed is... No, late game, as you said, not great in team fighting, but split push to Zed is a great option to go for. It takes those towers down pretty damn quickly. So you are expecting Razor to shift his position and his objective calling a little bit later on down in the game, though. Leon going to get dived upon into the top side. Mowgli going to be popping a lot of his utility. Leon feeling pretty confident about that one, but Ika's not going to go for the Unstoppable Force, as it's currently on cooldown, so you won't be able to. But here we go. Also, we're going to see Tribe taking slow control of the Dragon Pit. They're going to try and especially put some vision up very soon. So they are slowly setting up. 5 seconds to go before it spawns.
Yeah, Reza does not have his ultimate available yet, but now with this dragon spawning, they knew that Mowgli was up in that top side, so Tribe just go all in on the dragon, knowing that they have a good bit of time before really GML can try and contest this. And it's just going to be dragon going over. Braum able to put up the shield, prevent a little bit of damage on the retreat there. But yeah, Game Lord just kind of giving that first dragon over without really much of a look to try and stop it. So again, Tribe, early objective play. This is what they're known for. This is what they excel at. And right now they're able to kind of do it freely. Although a nice engage here by Friend in mid lane.
Oh, that was a hectic actually from Friend to be able to close that gap a little bit better. Go for the head, but Pulverize. Snitch will not die from that ulti, and he's going to be staying up and going. Really good stuff. Now Razor, because he's slowly starting to fall behind because of that, he is going to be put in a really, really bad spot. Though bottom lane going to get crashed upon by both Hegman and Azuri. Get himself one plate, potentially looking for second. As Doom is going to be left alone for the time being. Gragas trying to support that position, which I do like. This might just actually be a pretty big fight, as you got actually the Corki also joining into the backline. Great two-man knock-up onto the Pulverize. You know, they're going to try and close their gap. Valkyrie, straight onto Azuri. He knows exactly who he wants to take down. What a good snipe from Snitch. He's going to get it stunned away, actually, by the passive of Hegman. Going to pop his own barrier also, but unfortunately, you're not welcome here, Razor. He falls down. Double kill for the side of Snitch. He's going to be burning down. Is he going to survive? He seemed like he's going to be good on that final tick of the Ignite. And now Friend going to have to move his way back from that one. One more basic attack. The Smite comes on through to apply an extra bit of slow. But Snitch, there you go. He's looking for the unofficial triple kill. Maybe potentially the unofficial quadra kill. And that's going to be it. Taken away by the Vayne. And definitely Game Lord overstepping their welcome. They should have left that one ages ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Either leave that one or commit to the fight earlier. There's one of the two. It was that split decision. And this split decision will kill teams at any rank. It doesn't matter if you're bronze, silver, or if you're, emerald. It does not matter. Split decisions or hesitant decisions will always cost you. And they went in, they got the turret, and then decided to back out, but then halfway through backing out, decided, okay, actually, no, let's turn around and re-engage. And it just did not work out for them. If, they commit to that fight as soon as they get that turret down, they very likely can pick up a kill or two there and prevent any of that situation from happening. But again, they didn't go for it. They end up losing multiple kills. And now it went from actually being a very small gold lead for the side of Game Lords to now being at a deficit. And Tribe, this is their wheelhouse. Once they can start getting these objectives, Leon looking for a 2v1 once again. Again, coming out relatively even, but there is going to be a kill found on Braum, and now the rest of Tribe is collapsing.
He flashes. There you go. Going to get the honey fruit picked up for Eco. Also with a Barry, is going to be a relatively tanky boy. Unbreakable Will to be able to soak up that damage from the tower, though unfortunately Vayne will fall eventually. And Friend shall be following in his footsteps very soon. 4-man knockup, buying some precious time for Emperor to peel away to safety. So far, is that going to be enough for Game Lord to be able to close off that gold gap? Will seem like that will be the case, especially if this tower falls, which seems like that will be indeed the case. And that's going to be the gold lead just reduced to almost nothingness. So good stuff from Game Lord into this one, able to make themselves a little bit closer to where Tribe currently stand.
Yeah, great job there by Game Lords to recognize the situation of what was happening. They saw the dive kind of happening, got everyone kind of backed off and repositioned in time to be able to answer, as Tribe wasn't able to get everyone in at the same time. The Alistar kind of went way farther than the rest of his team, and as they tried to catch up, unfortunately, it was just a little too late for them. And it is a Game Lords able to, as you mentioned, kind of make some headway back in this one. And with 25 seconds till the Dragon, obviously, everyone is going to be back alive in time for it. It's going to be a question of, will we have all the ultimates available? As currently it's the Zed. That's actually, it was going to be the Malphite, but he just got his back off cooldown. Now you've got the Alistar and Vayne both missing theirs too.
I like how Friend is just literally not waiting for team. He's just like, yeah, we're so far ahead. I mean, why not? Snitch also, if he gets caught out of position, he can just use Valkyrie to make his way back to safety. This is just the confidence of Tribe. You love to see. Not only is the draft highly similar, also is the playstyle. They're just playing around these Drakes just so damn well. Red engage onto under tower onto Azure, forcing that response onto the barrier. And Doom is just going to keep on diving up, and there you go. Vayne picks up a kill, survives with his own respective barrier. Hegman, can he make it in time? I do not think so. He's going to make it out unscathed, though the Drake is going to get focused upon. And you know how much Tribe loves these jungle Infernal Drakes. They get the second Drake of the game, and now there's true damage added to the kit of Improduct as they go for the dive. Valkyrie to push back Razor, and he's just so deep. He can't use the shadows in any way, shape, or form. 3-man knockup, especially from your boyfriend. And now it's going to be not only a triple kill, but also it's going to be the tower falling down in a mid lane position. Tribe dominating once more.
And Game Lords, they put up a much better early game this time around, but this mid-game pressure that Tribe exerts across the map is just proving to be too much to handle. 38,000 gold to 31,000 is a 7k gold lead, but it's more than that because now they have both the Mountain and the Infernal Dragon, and especially that Infernal, we talk about it so much, it is just by far the most impactful dragon. 8% extra damage
with the Shyvana, yeah,
across the board. Oh, yeah, especially with the Shyvana, like it just becomes even more ridiculous. But even without Shyvana, 8% extra damage for everyone on the team. It just gets stronger the later into the game you go, and the more complete your items builds are. It means, you know, if you do hit that point that, you know, a lot of times when we look at games that go late, you eventually hit these points where the gold leads don't really matter. There's actually, hold on, there's another fight up here at the top.
Oh, Friend takes barely any damage in those engagement. Improduct, he's just going solo under tower. Maybe a little bit of an overstep. He's going to be falling down eventually. A kill going away of Azura into this one. Maybe the comeback opportunity for Game Lord. They got to take this opportunity one-handedly for sure, though. Nice bump away. Friend will fall eventually. Nice unstoppable force at the end of the day, and it's going to be Snitch solo in this one. Trying to pick up the Zed, gets himself a double kill, but can he survive it? No. The passive of Braum is there, and Tribe shall fall. That's going to be actually a nice 4-man team kill going away of Game Lord, and Azura putting himself in a very, very comfortable position after that engage.
They are going to be losing out on this bottom inner turret, though, as Leon, you know, again, just when Leon's playing Fiora, just expect him to not be in team fights. He's busy on the other side of the map, pushing in lanes. He's looking for a 2v2 now, or a 2v1, excuse me. And he is just going to be currently poking, healing up nicely, but now it's a 3-on-1, and Leon is maybe in a little bit of trouble. Might have bit off just a touch more than he could chew here.
No way.
They are going to continue chasing. He gets the ultimate. He's going to actually escape. That's just not fair.
How did he escape that? He's got the bar at last second. He got exhausted too, and he's just like, nope, I make it out just fine. Here you go. Pren going to go for the head, but Pulverize once again. No steal happening. That's going to be secured away by the Shyvana. Now they're going to go and dive on forward. He pops the ulti. Going to be enough to find himself a Zuri. They got quite a few frags, especially from that last kill, but he's going to fall eventually. Now Mugli going to go for the headbutt. Nicely done. At the end of the day, but he's going to be having to fall eventually throughout the entirety of that fight, and now Hegman is left solo for Game Lord, and Tribe make the comeback happen once again in their favor, and Doom is just taking names every single fight, and there's nothing Game Lord can really do to turn the tides in their favor.
Yeah, the only times Game Lords are able to start to make some progress back is when they have the numbers advantage from Leon being split pushing. But as soon as even just one member has to go answer Leon, Aiko is still in the bot lane dealing with Leon, who stuck around even after he got dropped down he was below a fifth of health and stuck around anyway because his team was getting Baron. So the members of Game Lords know that they have to try and they have to answer that still, because otherwise he'll just keep pushing in with Baron buffed minions. So Aika has to stay down there, and as soon as it's a 4-on-4, Tribe just decimated. And now going in again, Leon somehow survives, gets the heal from the ultimate as well. And here comes a redemption on top of it, and this is just insane.
How is standing up, Leon? Oh, what? Finally he goes down. There was no way he's going to survive that entire engagement. Emperor though, got to be careful. He's going to be going for the re-engage head, but pulverized to Azura, and they're able to find a kill. Friend shall be good to go, and we'll make it back home. But Snitch, no, he's not done just yet. Azura gets bursted. He was 50% down to 0 in a matter of a few seconds. Now looking for the tower, and really there's just a game that seems like there's no way for Game Lord to make this happen. There's no comeback opportunities, I would say, unless there's the biggest throw happening. And even when there's like a situation you think Tribe are throwing, Leon just like, no, I'm going to survive for like 15 seconds in a fight. I would usually die in 2 seconds. So he's good to go though. He's going to go. Whoa, okay. Normally the assassin is supposed to be the Zed, but it seems like Snitch is the true assassin. Damn.
Yeah, big burst of damage there. Takes out the Raze. He's just kind of fallen too far behind at this point. He does have a good amount of gold, but it's just, the 9,000 compared to 14.9 thousand on the Corki. You're just not going to win that matchup. 12 kills for Snitch is just an insane number. But, I want to go back to that kind of 2v5 that we saw there. between Friend and Leon against Game Lords. They used 4 ultimates and were just barely able to take Leon down. So then by the time the rest of the tribe gets there, they just have an easy cleanup because everything has already been used on the side of Game Lords. They have nothing to respond with for the counter engage. And this is just Leon just absolutely just kind of almost showing off in a sense. Is now Tribe going to be diving under turret. Leon is just farming up their jungle while his team is pushing into the base.
And Friend, can he survive that one? Oh, not quite. The unbreakable wheel will not keep him up on his 2 feet. Then the bottom side, Moogly going to be taken on a 1v2. Will fall eventually, though. Great unstoppable force from Eco. That's going to be able to find 1 opportunity, maybe 2 kills. And this is maybe a little bit of an overstep from the side of Tribe. Well, maybe. It's 100% going to be an overstep on their side. The exhaust comes down to Snitch, and he will fall eventually. As Leon, always the man to survive these engages. He's going to be in his own jungle and going back to base to hit another power spike. Okay.
Does it really count as surviving when you're not even there?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just trying to oversell it, okay? But it's just Leon was not there, and he didn't die because he was not there.
Credit to Game Lords recognizing when they have the numbers advantage and going in, finding a teamfight victory. Now, again, Leon, 1v5 is still not going to be a done deal. He gets the kill onto onto the bed. He's going to stop the Baron at the very least. He's probably going to fall here, but he is going to at least stop this Baron take. There's the Guardian Angel being popped. He's going to come back up and immediately fall. But Game Lords now have to be worried about the rest of Tribe. They do still have the numbers advantage as the rest of the respawns are coming through, but they cannot commit to this objective anymore.
Yeah, I would say Tribe maybe want to take the foot off the pedal for a little bit. Just take a little bit slower. I think that these are a few opportunities that were given to Game Lord for free, and because the bounties were rather important, it does potentially offer Game Lord a few more ways to get to those itemization power spikes, especially for Zero to get those ability upgrades. Already up to 4 tier 3 items. Looking to make his way towards a 4th rather soon. Now with the Baron up, you can see the Game Lord, they're trying to take control. They got vision control, especially towards that Baron pit. Redemption coming out. They want to get vision. They're going to be forcing the fire away. Headbutt pulverized right off the bat into the ultimate of Emperor Duck. And that's Moogly. The fight just barely begun. And he's already down. Glacial Fissure, 2-man knockup. That's going to be actually really impactful, but a lot of pressure time for Game Lord, but not enough. As the double kill coming out, apparently, for the Alistar. Not really what you expect him, but that's fine. As they go, Tribe Gaming, they take the fight 5 on 5, and they're just going to be cruising their way forward, looking for Razor. He's going to flash his way back to safety, and this might just be game, as unfortunately, they do not have the waves. So they actually can't do anything here, and this might be a nice opportunity for Razor to find a few kills along the way.
They actually did have the wave coming in from bot side. I'm not sure why they all tried to get out over the wall between the top and middle lanes. They could have just pushed in with that wave coming in. They do eventually make their way around and destroy that Nexus while it is just the Zed alive. But again, when the numbers are even, Tribe just decimates the team fights. Game Lords, their only opportunities to get back into the game were when they had those 4v5 situations in their favor. Credit to Game Lords, they didn't just roll over and die. They did put up a fight. They took their opportunities when they had the chance, but again, the leads that Tribe built up throughout the game